Hello, good people. How's everyone doing? Trust that everyone is doing well. Doing fine myself. Been a good weekend thus far. anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'm Chris Bridges, and thanks for joining me as we talk about my financial investing journey. With that being said, if you will, please hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. We greatly appreciate the support. Yes, I'm not I had to remember something I didn't want to forget. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a fiduciary. I'm just someone sharing my little knowledge that I've gained in the few years that I've been doing this. Maybe help someone make some money, maybe inspire someone to get off the sideline and to get in the game of investing and growing your money, growing your financial wealth, right? There's a lot of money out there in the market that's waiting for whosoever will to take part of it, right? And so I just do what I can to share my little knowledge, share some of my resources, my mentors that have helped me along the way, share some of my experiences that I've gone through to help me along the way, and anything I could think of that may help you in your journey as you get involved with growing your finances, growing your future funds, growing your financial wealth, right? And of course, in order to do that, you have to grow your financial knowledge. All right. Now that I've gotten that out, that was like a tongue twister to me. I always get thirsty every time I come in here to do this, but such is life, right? Sorry, I had to get that straight up, getting that straightened up. So, been a lot of things going on this week. You can always say that in the game, in my opinion, that can always be said of in the financial journey, right? There's always something going on every week. Always, always, always. It's just the nature of the game, nature of the beast, nature of how things flow, right? As I thought about the flow, I thought about a conversation I had with someone. He was saying, yeah, someone broke it down to me that, money is a currency. And currency is like a current, it's meant to flow. So money is not meant to be stagnated. It's meant to keep on working. It's meant, yeah. So anyway, I just had that thought. Also, I'm reminded of, within my own mind, I'm reminded of so many mentors out there on YouTube, Jasper Racine and the many others that I follow. A lot of people like to say putting your army of dollars to work, right? Whether you name it or you call it having a budget, whether you call it spending your money wisely, all of that is true, right? But you go to work and you earn income, right? You earn an army of dollars, and it's up to you how you choose to deploy those army of dollars, how you choose to put those army of dollars to work, right? And most of us, once upon a time in life, would always say, speak that we live paycheck to paycheck, or speak that I go to work to pay my debtors, right? Well, folks who grow their financial knowledge don't speak things over themselves that's not healthy, that's not good, right? Because action follows words, right? Not everybody want to receive that. Not everybody want to believe that. All I can say is keep on living, and you'll begin to understand what it means that actions follow words. The things that you speak over yourself, the things that you speak into your life, the things that you speak of over your army of dollars, it will come to pass. And it'll come to pass because you spoke it so much till you believed it. You believed it so much till it manifested itself. So if you want to continue to say you work to pay your debtors, go ahead. It's a free country, free will. You can, do what works for you, right? You can say, what else? It was, I was just saying about paycheck to paycheck. You can speak, I work paycheck to paycheck. Well, whatever works for you, go ahead with it, right? But anyway, as you go to work and you earn your pay, you should be putting your army, each dollar in your army of dollars should have a job. You should be deploying them for one reason or another. Percentage should be going to investing, percentage should be going to savings, percentage should be going for this bill, for that bill, for your expenses, what have you. Percentage should be going for your entertainment, whether you're going out to movie, going to dinner, whatsoever the case may be. A portion of it could be put away for future trips, right? Whatever the case may be, that's up to you and yours. Y'all need to make a decision what's going to be the best way to put your army of dollars to work. So anyway, I was trying to say there's been a lot going on this week, right? Late Tuesday, around about the close of the market. Market closed at 4, right? And then you have post trading from 4 to 8 o'clock. And so anyway, I was gonna say a good friend of mine, I don't really know him, but he is a retired NFL football player, and he used to be in banking. He's retired from that, and now he just continued to grow his financial wealth. Who is I'm speaking of? Who is that I'm speaking of? I'm speaking of Richard Fain, right? Richard Fain. So, excuse me. He's not. I can't say that he is my number one favorite go-to guy, but he's moving up. He's moving up the list. He's moving up the list. Of course, anybody who follows me on the regular, my main go-to guy to build my financial knowledge, to build my wealth is Larry Jones. Larry Jones has greatly helped me to build my financial knowledge. He's greatly helped me to grow my funds and what have you. So I am forever grateful for Larry Jones. I was trying to find something here and it's being quite elusive. Anyway, so Richard Fain on this past week, he dropped this video about Richard dropped the video, and I want to read what it was. He titled it. I don't want to just run off Footloose Fancy Free. I want to be able to read what he had entitled the video. The video was quite helpful to me, and I want to share the info with you. I'm using the phone, so I can't look it up there. Let me see. I should be able to pull it up on my tablet here. And just bear with me for just a moment. I apologize for the delay. Let's see here. Okay. Here it is. Richard Fain dropped this. I caught it about maybe after 4. Between 4 and 4:30 is when I caught the video. And here's what it was entitled. He entitled it Urgent. NVIDIA just bought 3.7 million shares of this stock. Do this now and get super rich. That's the title of his video, right? So super rich, in my opinion, might be a stretch. But then I was thinking about it on today because this was Tuesday when I got this knowledge. So basically, NVIDIA bought this company because they have a majority of when you have operating, he has this. They have the majority of shares, more than 50%. So they're in charge. So they basically own the company. They bought this company, right? So, got to pause because he said, do this now and get super rich. I was like, man, you can't get super rich from it, at least not, not today, maybe in a couple of years or so. But anyway, then I thought about, yeah, you can if you have that kind of moolah to drop. You got like 100,000 to drop in there, Anyway, so he brought this to my attention. I had to, of course, kind of slow down what I was doing. I had a lot going on at the time. I had to slow down what I was doing, check out what it was he was dropping, right? So I watched this video. He was talking about Serve Robotics. I want to show it to you here. I want to show it to you right quick. Serve Robotics, NVIDIA just took over that company, right? So, Serve Robotics, right? Wow. Let's see if I can do a better job of that. Okay. I'd light in there. Okay. If you could see that, maybe you can enlarge it. Serve Robotics, right? Serve Robotics at the time is what, $3, $13 and something, $13 and some change. Okay. But since at the time of Tuesday when he dropped his information, Serve Robotics was $8 and like 37 cents, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere thereabout, right? And he was saying how NVIDIA bought it, and he likes to say NVIDIA is like the $1 trillion gorilla, right? Because it's such a financial beast, right? It's the number one wealthiest company in the world, right? 4 trillion. Well, what is it? Microsoft, Apple, and NVIDIA, they keep fluctuating between the top 3 companies, right? So anyway, when you get up there, 3 and 4 trillion, whether you 1, 2, or 3, you're pretty happy with the performance of your company. So this company, Serve Robotics, is going to become hugely popular, excuse me, simply by being in association with NVIDIA. But NVIDIA have some things in the pipeline that they want to do moving forward, which is why they are acquiring, they have acquired this company, right? So just a tip, you might want to put Serve Robotics on your radar, and here's why. Serve Robotics at the close of the day on Thursday was $8 and some change. Let's say $8.37, right? I picked up like 37 shares, a little bit over $200. Let's say $250, right? 37 shares at about $250. So after I did it, I finished the things I had going on. Around about 8 o'clock, I pulled up Google and Google to search a few things about Serve Robotics and what have you. We're not gonna go in detail. All I did was very light research, right? Their statistics at the time, right? Their statistics, its 52-week low at the time was right around about what it was. I think the 52 low at that time might have been $7 and something, right? And at that time it was $8.37. I said it's close to the low. Got 37 shares. Its 52-week high was $37. And I said, NVIDIA kept hitting new highs for like a year and a half. So this company is probably not going where NVIDIA has been, right? But it's going to probably break that ceiling. In my opinion, it's probably gonna break that ceiling of $37. Maybe this year, maybe next year. But what I can say is what it's done since Tuesday evening, 8:37. Mind you, that next morning when I woke up Wednesday morning, I decided and pre-market, probably wanna, add to it. So I added a little bit to my position. It was quite happy I did. So by Wednesday evening, if I'm not mistaken, it was fluctuating from 8:37 to like 9 or 10. I'm like, that ain't bad in, 20 something hours, 24 hours or what have you, right? By Friday, it was fluctuating. It was bouncing up to 1660. Now, I don't know if that went over anybody's head, but it was 8:37 on Tuesday, around 4:30, and sometime Friday it was up to $16.60. For anybody who mind it moved quickly, it doubled. It doubled from Tuesday evening to Friday. It doubled, right? So Richard had something, he was on a good track, and I was very grateful for him dropping that information. And so I'm trying to share it with you. You might want to put Serve Robotic on your radar. I want to do a little research on it and see if it fits your strategy, see if it fits whatever it is you're trying to do. As for me, I am very aggressively attacking Serve Robotics. Now, NVIDIA, if you have your ear to the ground, your pulse to the ground in this financial world of investing, everyone in the world of investing has had NVIDIA on their radar for sometime between the last 2 years. If it wasn't on your radar 2 years ago, sometimes within 6 months, within the last year and a half, it should have been on everybody's radar because it was running like nobody's business, right? It ran up from just under $200 to $1,300 a share, right? That's a good thing. Stock don't normally run like that. That's a good thing. That's almost miraculous or parabolic, whatever you want to call it. It's a good thing, right? So anybody else who's been following NVIDIA just did a split, I think sometime in April or June. I think it was around about June 10th, somewhere thereby. It did a split recently, right? And in split, the price was lowered to, it did a 10-for-1 split. It lowered the price down to around 131. Then it ran up, I think, to like 137 shortly thereafter. And over the last 10 days, it's been fluctuating between 121, and it fell as low the other day as 106. Can't speak for anyone else, but as for me, I've been aggressively acquiring NVIDIA with any army of dollars that I could put together, right? I was on board 2 years ago and reaped from it, and I had a small position because that was what my budget could afford, and I could not foresee what was going to be taking place over the next couple of years. But everyone who's in the financial world at this point, investing world at this point, should be able to understand that NVIDIA has a lot going on, right? So NVIDIA is expected. Man, I got to do a better job of controlling my alarm. I have an alarm set for Sundays at 4:40 to remind moi that I need to make sure I'm prepared to drop my new content on Sundays at 5. So forgive me for that. I'll have to do a better job when I start before to turn it off. So what it did last Sunday, it did what it just did now. It stopped the video. I had to go and splice a little bit together, and I will have to do that tonight. And I'm not good at it, but apparently I'm getting better and better at it. So anyway, NVIDIA did the split. It's on my radar. I'm bringing it to your attention. If it's not already on your radar, you might want to put it on your radar. Next thing, a lot of YouTubers have been dropping the same information. I don't like repeating, but maybe someone missed it. Maybe I can help someone out. NVIDIA will be, the CEO of NVIDIA will be meeting with Mark Zuckerberg on tomorrow. That's the CEO of Meta, Facebook, right? And They have not put out anything as to what it's going to be about, what it's going to entail. But you don't like being behind the curveball, or it's not wise to be behind the curveball. So what everyone has been saying over this past week, you want to acquire as much NVIDIA as possible prior to 7/29, which is tomorrow, for the meeting. So, if it takes off running, you want to be in there. If it takes off falling, then you just continue to build your position. That would be a gift, right? Fire sale, clearance sale, whatever you want to call it. If you see a top-notch company such as NVIDIA, $4 trillion company, and everything they have in the pipeline in regards to AI over the next couple of years, behooves you to get on board that train. So anytime it takes a dip, it's a good time to build your position, to strengthen your position. As I've said in times past, something that Larry Jones dropped in my head a couple of years ago about building strong positions. Strong position for one may not be a strong position for the other. That does not matter. The point is learning how to build a strong position for yourself, whatever you perceive a strong position to be. In my opinion, a strong position is at least double digits, right? If you have more than 10, and that could go up to 6 digits or whatever position you want to build. Reason being, when something takes off running right, then you can start selling in stages versus trying to sell your whole position to see how high it's going to run. Let me backtrack. I'm not married to any stock or any crypto. With that being said, where am I going with that? I'm always talking about building your financial wealth, building your generational wealth, right? It's like it's a twofold effect to that, right? Your short-term strategy to build your financial wealth, and your long-term strategy to build your financial wealth. Short-term in building my financial wealth, my plan, I can't speak for you. You have to do what's best for you and yours, right? But my plan is, one, I have about 5 portfolios, right? Different portfolios for different reasons, right? So, one portfolio, I'm building my financial wealth as aggressively as possible, which means I buy and I hold, and like some folks say, hold it 5 years, hold it 10 years, hold it a lifetime. If I was already wealthy, then I could afford to hold it for a lifetime. I'm not already wealthy. I'm building my wealth, and I want to be a blessing to myself and to my family, right? So, in doing so, I may hold something for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever it takes to where I'm satisfied with the investment that I put in, and I'm satisfied with the gains, and I'll start selling, or I may sell a whole position, right? Because I'm building my financial wealth. So when I sell it, I will take those gains, find other great opportunities that are beat down, and move those funds into there, or move those funds to 3 different positions of great companies that are beat down, right? And continue to rinse and repeat and grow in my wealth. Yes, I do get in a little bit of option plays, but you need to really, in my opinion, one need to really have a good understanding when they get into the option game. In options, you can make a lot of money real quick. In options, you can lose a lot of money real quick. So it's not a guessing game. It's about understanding the charts, understanding the trend, get in, get up, and get out. Not get in, get greedy. There's a saying in financial investing. What is it? Bears make money, bulls make money, hogs get slaughtered. Hogs are greedy. So you're a person who's a bear lover of the market when the market is falling, whether you're a bull lover of the market when the market is raging up, you make money because you understand you're in the game of making money. Hogs will hold something, and they'll hold something. Some people say hodl, and they'll end up holding the bag. Holding the bag means what? It means holding something so long till it start dipping, dipping, and dipping, and now you no longer have profits, and you still keep holding. Next thing you know, you're negative. Next thing you know, you're a huge negative. As my friend Larry Jones like to say, you might be bigly negative. Bigly is a good word when you're up. When you're bigly up, oh, it's a wonderful thing. When you're bigly down, it's a miserable thing. Anyway, okay. My intent was to point out Serve Robotics. I did. My intent was to point out NVIDIA. I did. I think there's a couple more things I may want to say about the two of those, but I am deep in and I need to get busy dropping this video. So let me see a couple more things I just wanted to touch bases on. I'm gonna run through it. I'm probably not gonna go, just gonna run through it, right? Uniswap. Uniswap is a crypto, right? It's a cryptocurrency. Right now, Uniswap is sitting at excuse me. Uniswap is sitting at $7.53 a coin, right? And let's see here. I want to give you some quick stats on it. If I see it, I know why I don't see it, because the stats are elsewhere. Oh man, sometimes it's this game of investing could be fun at times, right? It can be fun, but it's well worth it. It's well worth it. So I'm really being sarcastic or facetious when I say it could be fun. But anyway, okay, I got this. Excuse me. I got the stats right here in front of me on Uniswap. So the stats are: it is the 24th ranked crypto. Why is that? Why is that a good piece of food for thought to know, right? There are over 22,000 cryptocurrencies. You're normally safe if you're trading within the top 200. It's okay to trade outside of that, but you need to do a bit more research, right? So Uniswap is the number 24th ranked cryptocurrencies. Uniswap all-time high is $44.97. Why is that a good thing to know? Well, when it comes to crypto, when you know the high and you know the low means if you can get it, if you can get it low, fine, because the name of the game is you buy low, you sell high. But you need to have an exit strategy for whatever you acquire, right? So my exit strategy is to know the all-time high. The all-time high is $44.97, right? So $7 to me, can't speak for anyone else, $7 to me would be a good entry point, right? Because the room for growth from 7 to 44 is nicely, right? Bigly, right? In my opinion, right? So you can choose to be greedy to try to get the whole 44, or if you know anything about the crypto game, you might know after the Bitcoin halving, every time you have a Bitcoin halving, most coin, not written in stone, nobody has a crystal ball, right? We can't predict the future, but most coins hit new all-time highs. So can't speak for anyone but myself. In my mind, I'm in the business of making money, growing my financial wealth. So if I get it at 7, and the potential it could return a gain up to $44, my strategy would be to build a strong position throughout the entire crypto winter. Keyword crypto winter. So what I've learned, do the research for yourself. Crypto running 4-year intervals. In that 4-year interval, you have 2 seasons. You have crypto winter, which means crypto hibernates, it goes to sleep, it falls for 2.5 years, and you have run-up season. Run-up seasons follow the Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin halving was April 29, I believe, about the last Friday in April, right? So then you have 12 months, a year to a year and a half of run-up season, right? So don't take my word, do the research for yourself. History shows Bitcoin normally hits its peak 300 days after the halving. That would be sometime between February, because April is going to make a year, 365 days in a year. So you would backtrack 65 days from that, which is 30 days in a month. So 2 months and about a week. So April, and then April, May, March. So sometimes when February, March is when Bitcoin should hit its peak, right? So not all coins hit its peak at the same time, but it gives you a general idea of what to expect, right? So what I would do is I was trying to say, one, I built a decent, strong position throughout crypto winter, and then I start, if I look and I see 44 is my main goal, hoping for new highs, right? Don't know what the new high might be, but just hoping for one. So what I personally would do, I would probably start selling a quarter around $19, right? If my average price is $7 and below, and it went to 19, 7, 19, what's that, $12 a share gain, right? $12 a coin gain. So I would probably sell a quarter or somewhat. I would start selling a percentage of my position around $19. I would probably sell again around $28. I would probably sell again around $38. And then I would hold the remainder to see how high it's going to go before it start falling back down, right? So I would set a stop loss as well. Don't want it to fall below the third time I sold, right? So if I sold it last time at 38, I would probably set a stop loss somewhere around 42, because 44 is expected where it could go to potential, hoping for new highs or maybe whatever. So I would closely monitor it as it rolls above 44.97. That's what I would do. So Uniswap is a crypto I want to put on your radar. The next crypto I want to put on your radar is Chainlink, right? So Chainlink at the time is $13.29, right? At this time when I'm checking it out, right? $13.29. So Chainlink is the number 15 crypto, right? Not the rank. Chainlink all-time high is $52.87, and right now it's just over $13, right? So it has great room for profit, great room to run, great room for gains. And again, I would do the same thing. I would pick a number that I would start selling a portion of my position off. I would have an A, a B, and a C, and then I will hold the remainder to see how close it's going to get to that all-time high, and to see if it's going to break out, hit a new high. That's just what I would do. You should always have an exit strategy for every crypto, every stock you buy. You should have your spreadsheet, in my opinion, list all your assets on. I have a tab for stock and a tab for crypto. I have my price I hope to acquire at. I have the all-time high listed, and then I have my A when I plan to start selling, my B column when I plan to start selling, my C price that I have my goal, and I have my see how high it's gonna go. That's how I do it, everything, right? And then my long-term strategy to build my financial wealth, for that generational wealth, that is where I purchased my some of the same things I have in my short-term portfolio, but I have a specific long-term portfolio, whereas Larry has what he has. He has a $5 cup of coffee. That's the title of this challenge he has, and he's had it for years. Basically, invest $5 a day. Sometimes, if the market is running, he holds on to the $5, but he puts it away every day. And then once it takes a dip, then he deploy his army of dollars to accumulate and build the positions that he's working on. So my long term is where I would have my VOO that I never planned to sell, right? That's what I would have for generation, right? Generations. So that's what I would pass on to my offspring, to my children, right? So I would have my VOO there. I would have some Apple there. I would have some NVIDIA. You would have solid ETFs. You would have solid growth stocks that you're not worried about how they perform currently. You just want to put something in there every day or every week or every month consistently forever, for the rest of your life. And you leave that there for your offspring, for your kids, your children. That would be a generation. You're one generation, and your kids would be another generation. Their kids would be another generation. Their children would be another generation. And that is how you create the generational wealth. Not the only way, right? Because with the portfolio that I say I'm using for my immediate short term, my immediate goal of building wealth is where I accumulate great opportunities to flip into better opportunities, right? And once you get to a certain number, then my goal would be to liquidate a large part of that and pick up some property, right? Maybe start a family start a family business, and then that way I will have money in that market that's making me money every day. I will have money in the business that's making me money every day, and I will have money in property that's making me money every day. In my mind, that's a threefold effect to create cash flow to provide myself and my family needs for the rest of the days that we're breathing. Some people say, I'm glad you have a strong conviction in that. I've done my research and it's been working well. That's all I can say about that. Okay, all right, I've set them off way more than I had, way longer than I had planned to go. But hopefully I've said something to help you. Hopefully I've said something to inspire you. Hopefully I've given you some pointers that could help build your financial wealth, help build your financial knowledge. And as I close, I mentioned Jasper name a little while ago. Jasper Singh, what is he? I think it's Minority Report or Minority Mindset, something like that. I mentioned Larry Jones. That's Stock Up with Larry, outstanding resource to have at your disposal. Larry introduced me to Stocks with Josh, another great resource to have, right? I'm a part of the Discord. The Discord has helped me in many ways. The best way it's helped me is grow my wealth, right? They make recommendations that help me out, right? And then you have Smart Money Bro. That's a great resource to have. You have Stock Mode. That's a part of the Stock Squad. You have Keenan Grace. That's a part of the Stock Squad. Both of those are a wealth of knowledge that you could be growing from, learning from. You have Chris Sane. He's a great wealth of knowledge to grow from. Myron Golden. I love Myron Golden. I'm a Christian. Myron Golden is a Christian. He has sound, solid teaching, sound, solid recommendations, and sometimes he do talk about stock and crypto and investing. But mainly, I love Myron because Myron help you get your mind right to have the right mindset to believe what you can do, to believe in principles and precepts that can help you in every area of your life. That's what wealth is. It's not just growing your financial wealth. You need to grow your health. You need to grow your knowledge. You need to grow your wealth thinking, and yada, 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 yada. I don't want to talk your head off. You have Mommy Trader. She's a great resource to have. Let me see if I can think of anyone else right off the top of my head. Richard Fain that I mentioned earlier, that's a great resource to have. You have Bishop Wayne Malcolm. He's known as the bishop, the business bishop. So he's a great resource to have. And when I was saying Jasper Reed, yes, his page is Minority Mindset. So that's a great resource to have. I could go on, but I'm out of time. So with that being said, hope you enjoy the remainder of your weekend, the close out of your weekend. And as I like to say, as I always say, take care and be blessed continually, my friend.